Today I want to talk about a common problem that happens when we practice the serve, and that is we're constantly trying to hit the service box. And I know it makes sense, but when you're trying to develop power on the serve, this idea will limit you. That's because when we have a small target, and service box is a small target, we will try to control our body and not move it too much. So let's say an extreme example would be someone who is playing darts. So if you think of a dart player, they will be completely still and they will just, move their forearm. That's the only way they can achieve high precision. So in a similar way, in serve, when you're practicing the serve and you have a small target in mind, then you will try to limit your body's movements so that you can actually direct the ball there. And when you try to limit your body's movements, you will actually hold back and you will not develop full power. So it's very important that when you're developing power, and by that I also mean when you're working on technique, for example, you might be working on using more leg drive or putting your hip out like the archer's bow or coiling more or things like that, then these are all elements that will give you more power. But if at the same time you're trying to hit the court, you will try to do the movement and then you will limit what this movement brings you, what this movement gives you. So very importantly, when you're developing technique or when you're looking for power, do not aim into the court. You have to hit a lot of serves without the target or with a very big target. So another example where you can see someone really going for power would be in athletics would be a javelin throw. So if you imagine that athlete, they're using their whole body, they're even jumping, they're even falling in order to generate maximum power, and they are not concerned with precision. There is no precision needed. So you can see how much power they generate. And so in tennis, we're somewhere in between, but still it's very important that when you're learning and developing power, that you are not aiming at the target all the time, but you're actually letting go freely. So I will show you two drills that you can use to develop free unlocked serve. The first drill is nothing else than actually serving the ball but not aiming into the court. And I actually suggest that you aim and serve really far. So whatever is in your mind you're working on, maybe leg drive or more shoulder twist or whatever, just when you serve, just allow the racket to go through the ball and don't aim at anything. So you might be also working on jumping into the court or something like that. So do the serve but don't aim, just try to feel how all the power gets transferred into the ball. And then you will start to feel how much energy you can generate and how much racket speed you can generate. And once you get that feel, you can start to imagine that the ball goes a little bit lower. But don't try to control the ball into the court, just keep swinging freely and just imagine a slightly lower trajectory. So something like this. So it's very simple. Whenever you're working on your serve, make sure that you're not aiming into the court all the time, but that you're also swinging freely and letting go so that you can feel how it feels when your body is free and you can really generate and transfer energy into the racket head. Another really useful drill that teaches you how to generate maximum power and basically allows your body to move freely is to start serving from the service line or even a little bit closer. And your goal is to serve into the service box, but don't limit yourself with that. You can even serve a little bit long, because with these drills we don't want to limit and hold back. We want to really allow the body to let go. And starting from the service line gives you this big target area, and you will see that you can actually let go completely. So you start serving from here, and then just back up one step after each serve. And you try to keep the same feel. the same feel of letting go, and you keep backing up and just swinging freely at the ball, and trying to keep the feel that you had on the service line. And so this will show you will start to feel that you can actually serve from the baseline very freely. And also sometimes you will get to the baseline and you will realize that you're again holding back and trying to hit the court rather than allow your body to generate maximum force. So your question might be, well, how will I eventually hit the court? Well, you will eventually hit the court because eventually you will start to apply a little bit of control. But in the process of developing power, we must not control too much. So we must allow the power to come out without any inhibition, without holding back. And once we feel how to generate maximum power, then we will try and control it. Whereas if you constantly try to hit the court in all your practices, you will unconsciously hold back because the target is quite small, the service box is quite small, and you will just try to aim and control, and you will constantly hold back, and you won't even know that you don't generate maximum power even when you try to. So it's really good that you apply these drills often and serve some balls where you're not aiming at anything, but just swinging freely at the ball, and that will help you generate maximum power and learn how to do it.